Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And the first game in the previous episode was, of course, against Chelsea, a difficult London club, but we managed to turn up on the day. We beat them 2-1 and we bagged the 3 points, a very important 3 points coming to the end of Season 2. And then the second game in the previous episode, you guys know it because you won't have forgot this game. We faced off against Everton. It was the Liverpool derby. Everton fans like to call it the Merseyside derby. I wonder why. Maybe because the Liverpool derby has Liverpool in the title. But I'm always going to call it the Liverpool derby. But we battered them 6-0. Now, whether you're a red or a blue, if either team dominates the other team 6-0, it is going to cause absolute ballistic. Now, as a red fan, if we beat Everton 6-0, I would be bouncing off the walls, screaming, shouting. Because when it comes to rivalry like that, and it's the Liverpool derby, it's just absolutely unbelievable when you can beat the other team by a score like that. I don't know if we've ever beaten Everton 6-0 in real life, not as far as I can remember. But if we did, it'd be an incredible record and it would be one to remember. But again, guys, before we get into today's episode, just two quick things I want to talk about. And if you guys have been tuning into the episodes recently, then you will know exactly what these are. Also, just want to mention that this is the second to last episode before we end the season. Just last night, I've recorded the second last to the Ajax Road to Glory, which means after today's episode, the one you're watching right now, and as I'm recording this now, after this episode, I'm going to look to record the final episode of the Ajax Road to Glory, and then either today or tomorrow, I will be recording the last episode of the Liverpool Career Mode Season 2. So in the next day or two, I'll be finishing off the Ajax Road to Glory Season 1 and the Liverpool Career Mode Season 2, which is very sad because then I'll be doing a video where I join both of the career modes together. And then, of course, you guys are going to choose which series needs to be deleted, or not deleted, which series needs to be cancelled in order for the brand new series to come in. And this is exactly why I mentioned that, because we are going to talk about the new series. If you guys don't know, the new trailer is going to be dropping on the 19th of April. Friday the 19th of April, the trailer for the new series comes out. You guys need to be there or be square, because realistically, there's stuff to vote on. There's going to be one or two straw polls in the description and the comment section of the trailer. You guys need to vote ASAP, because on Friday you can vote, on Saturday you can vote, on Sunday you can vote, but Sunday night I'll be recording the first episode ready for Monday. And of course the new series drops on Monday the 22nd of April. You guys already know if you've been tuned in. On the 22nd of April at 7 p.m, the video will be like a movie. At 7 p.m. it starts playing. However long it is, let's say it's 20 minutes. It's going to play from 7 till 20 past 7, or wherever you are in the world, depending on your time zone. It's going to start at the o'clock. It's going to play for 20 minutes. And then it's obviously going to be on the channel for you guys to watch it at any time. But the reason I'm telling you about that is because it's going to be like a movie. It's a new feature called YouTube Premieres that come earlier this year to YouTube. And basically, as we're watching it live, you guys can be commenting in the comment box to the right. There's going to be like a feed. You guys can comment and talk to each other. Let me know what you think of the new series. Let me know what you want me to do with the series. And I can talk back to you guys. And basically, we watch it live just like if you went to the cinema with your friends. You sit down, at 7 o'clock it starts playing. If you turn up at 5 past or 10 minutes late, it's going to be 5 or 10 minutes into the video. That is unfortunately what happens with YouTube Premieres. But after it's been live and premiered, it'll then be on the channel for you guys to watch at any point. But I would appreciate if so many of you guys could tune in to watch it live. The new series, first episode, 22nd, Monday the 22nd of April, 7 p.m. If you guys want to tune in, let me know where you're from, let me know your time zone, and I can work that out for you. But jumping back into today's episode, we've got two massive games. It feels like every episode I'm saying we've got another two massive games, another two massive games. But coming to the end of the season, that is where you have most of the big games. So not only have we got Man United up next, where we're travelling to Old Trafford in hope to bag another 3 points and take us up to 96 points overall, we then also have Spurs in the final of the FA Cup. So in today's episode, we're hopefully going to beat Man United, the Red Devils, and then we're also potentially going to bag our second piece of silverware. Now, you guys know we've done the pre-season. We got beat, sadly, in the semi-finals. We got knocked out of the Carabao Cup. We've won the Premier League, so that was our first piece of silverware that we've lifted this season. We potentially, at the end of today's episode, might be lifting the FA Cup if we beat Spurs. And then, of course, if we beat United today, hopefully knocks their confidence, because we're also playing United in just a week's time in the final of the Champions League. Of course, it is two English teams that are going to be going head-to-head for the Champions League trophy. But this is the lineup we are putting out against Manchester United. We got Ryan Sessegnon on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Ramsey in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we've got Henderson in the central defensive midfield, and then Tierney, Jimenez, Tar and Semedo at the back, with, of course, Alisson between the sticks. Now, you can see, apart from Salah, Bobby, Gino Wijnaldum and Alisson, the whole team has been revamped, and we're playing a usual team that we'd put out in the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, or as you guys might know it, the B squad. And the reason for that is because not only is the team not fully fit, you can see Bobby Firmino's not even fully fit. The reason he's getting played is because Harry Kane is breathing down his neck trying to get that golden boot. He's only 2 goals ahead. Bearing in mind, I'm pretty sure he scored 2 or 3 in the last episode, but Harry Kane is managing to keep up with him. So I need to play him against United and hope that he can score a goal or 2. But it's also the fact that I need to rest the likes of Naby Keita. I need to rest the likes of Mane and Van Dijk and Gomez and players like that, because we need them in the final of the FA Cup. Because realistically, guys, of course we want to beat United, but let's say we don't. Let's say we lose to Man United. Doesn't really matter. We've already won the Premier League. The title's ours. But the FA Cup, it's not ours yet. And we need to make sure that we're putting out one of the best squads we possibly can in order to win that trophy. So if we lose at Old Trafford to United, it's not the end of the world. Whereas if we lose to Spurs in the FA Cup, well, we've just messed up and let the FA Cup slip between our fingers. And that is something I am not willing to do. But I'm still putting out a very strong squad against United. And hopefully at Old Trafford, we can bring the 3 points back to Liverpool. Here we are at Old Trafford, a difficult stadium to come to without a doubt. When Jose Mourinho was in there, it was an easy stadium to go to. The players just weren't playing for him. But now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come in for him. It's a whole different story. The team seems to be turning up. And it's always going to be a difficult stadium to come to when Man United are playing good football. But realistically, we're top of the Premier League. We're the best team in the Premier League right now. Whether we play our A team or our B team, we have such a strong squad. Paul Pogba there, not wearing the captain's armband today. I'm guessing it's either going to be Ashley Young, going to have the armband, maybe even De Gea. Oh no, it's actually Jan Vertonghen. So we've got Jan Vertonghen at the back, Eric Bailly and David De Gea between the sticks. Well, it's not going to be an easy one, I can tell you that, but Jan Vertonghen, he probably doesn't have the legs to keep up with the likes of Mo Salah, Ryan Sessegnon, and they haven't got Lukaku up top. I'm not sure who their number 15 is. But let's get this game kicked off. Manchester United will kick it off, and it is Ben Yedder up top for Manchester United. Giving it away to Ben Yedder, and that's going to be a problem now. Let's get in there, Semedo. Nicely done. Here's Gino Wijnaldum now, coming forward. Let's try and slot in now. Ryan Sessegnon in behind. Let's cut this back. Ryan Sessegnon onto his right foot. Ball in, looking for Salah towards the back post. It's cleared away. And Fred heads it on to Callahan. Bobby. Sessegnon. Sessegnon cuts in. Nicely done, Sessegnon. Let's go, son. Cut it back. Go inside now. Gino Wijnaldum onto his right foot. Gino Wijnaldum looks to bend in the top right corner, but it was just wide of goal. Fred coming forward into Ben Yedder now. Keep going, Semedo. Martial on the overlap. Ball into the middle. Let's get there. Preo's there. It's 1-0 United. Very, very poor there from Jonathan Tah. Should not be letting Preo get ahead of him and tip that one past Alisson. It's shocking defending from Liverpool. Easy ball in to Martial. And look at this ball in. What is Jonathan Tah doing? Very, very poor from the centre back. And we are 1-0 down at Old Trafford to Manchester United. Bobby Firmino still coming. Dancing now. Bobby Firmino laying it off now to Ramsey. Let's one fly. De Gea is there and saves. Let's keep that pressure on, lads. Ball out from Preo and out for a Liverpool throw-in. There's Sessegnon. Tierney into the middle now for Henderson. Ramsey, Henderson, Bobby takes a touch, looks to Ben one. Oh, it's just wide of goal. Sessegnon in the inside to Henderson. Henderson pinging one over that far side now. Didn't want it to go that far. Why didn't we just go to Ramsey? And as Nelson Semedo comes across to get the ball off Martial, we're going in at Old Trafford 1-0 down. This is the problem of not having the super strong starting 11 that we normally put out. We normally just tick. We normally know what we're doing. But right now, Henderson, Ramsey, yeah, they're breaking things down, but they're not pushing forwards as much as Gini Wijnaldum. You can tell by just look at the stamina. Gini Wijnaldum losing it a lot quicker than Ramsey and Henderson. They're not getting up the pitch like Fabinho and Naby Keita would be, but we can't afford to play them, so we've got to deal with what we've got. Sometimes the manager just has to look at what he's got out on the field, and he has to just deal with it. So let's get the second half kicked off with Bobby Firmino, and hopefully it's not long before we score that equaliser goal. Gini plays it up now to Bobby. Back to Sessegnon. Through now to Bobby. Bobby going to play it through to Salah. Let's go, Salah. You've got to get the better of Jose Gaya. Here's Salah now. Darting in. Tries to get round them. LFA followed that one. Henderson. No, Martial's on that one. And in the 70th minute, we've got to make a change here. What is going on, lads? I think Gini Wijnaldum's got to come off. I think we've got to get the Ox on. I think Anderson Talisca's got to come on for Bobby. And I think Junior's maybe got to come on for Salah. I think realistically Talisca, the Ox and Junior going forwards is what we need right now. We seem to be in second gear. We need to up that. And we need to get into fourth gear if we want any attempt of pulling this back. Even for a draw, let alone a win. Ramsey up to Semedo. Let's go, Junior. Poke Junior in behind. Let's go, Junior. Get the better of Jose Gaya. You've got fresh legs. Go for it, son. Nicely done, Junior. Keep on it. Good lad. Junior. Nice ball in towards the back post. Now for Ryan Sessegnon, who was there. Junior looks to head this one. Into middle for the Ox. He's going to take it on the volley. Junior's on this one. Lays it off to Semedo. Semedo. Henderson. The Ox. Got no options here. To go into Junior. The Ox. Ramsey. The Ox. Junior. Junior going to dip the shoulder now. Try and get into the box. Here comes Junior. Cutting back. Go into Talisca there. Talisca hit the first time. It's wide a goal.
Liverpool still trail and be ruining that miss there.
Anderson Talisca, man, I give you on a play. You should just be taking that on the inside of the foot, not the outside of the foot. But they seem to just be better as Junior picks that one up now. Go on, Junior, feed it in now for Ryan Sessegnon. Ryan Sessegnon coming forward. Let's try and cut back. Look how many men they've got forwards. This is ridiculous. Over now, give it to Henderson. Henderson puts his laces through it. And somehow took a deflection off a defender, and we've got a corner. Well, it'd be nice if we could score with Jimenez from this. Jimenez does like to score from corners, so let's make it happen. Nice ball in there now. Jimenez is there! It's in the back of the net from Jose Maria Jimenez. We've pulled it back in the 83rd. Well, a point is better than none, but we've still got 7 minutes to potentially pull this back and win this game. I just said Jose Maria Jimenez likes to score from corners. Henderson with a beautiful ball in. And Jose Maria Jimenez on the penalty spot gets ahead of Jan Vertonghen. He's got Fred, Martial and Jan Vertonghen around them. But he still climbs above them all, puts his forehead through it, and it's into the top left corner, beating David De Gea between the sticks. We've got 7 minutes, lads. Can we potentially pull this back? Playing it through now to the Ox. The Ox over to Ramsey. Let's go up now to Talisca. Talisca going to ping one over the top now to Junior, who's going to look at getting in behind. Here comes Junior now. Come on, Junior. I need to cut back onto that left foot. This time, Junior. Bend one. Junior. No, he's going to try and chase it down now. Referee's been caught there. And I think as Manchester United looks to bring this ball out, it is sadly going to end, and it does. The referee blows for full time at Old Trafford. We managed to put... What is that? What? Go back a couple of seconds, guys. Watch as the referee blows the whistle. Why is Manchester United's second keeper running onto the pitch, waving his hands? What is going on there? It's like they just won the game. They just drew.
He was carrying the team
and realistically, I don't know what's going on there. It's talking about defender Jimenez. That ain't Jimenez, that's Preo, that's Sanchez. And I do believe that's Junior, so I'm not sure why they were showing that. As usual, FIFA always messing up. No surprise there. But you know what? We played well, I think, stat-wise, as we'll have a little look here. We did kill them. They had 1 shot, 1 on target. It ended up in the back of the net. We had 11 shots, 5 on target. Henderson picking up man of the match with a 9.3. We should have probably bagged the win there. I would have liked another shot or 2 on target, and that extra shot or 2 on target possibly could have given us the lead. But you know what? We were 1-0 down. We had to fight hard to pull that back, even just back to level terms. But we fought. We didn't give up. We've gone to Old Trafford, and we've managed to bring a point back to Liverpool. We're already crowned champions of the Premier League. So a 1-1 draw and a point, I'll take it at Old Trafford. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central after a bit of a disappointing draw against Manchester United. But as I was saying, we had to fight for it. So I'm just glad we didn't lose to the Mancs and we managed to pull it back to a 1-1 draw. A point is better than none. But up next, we have Spurs in the final of the FA Cup. But something I noticed as I was advancing all the way to the match day, which is a little bit annoying, but you guys will know it from the start of FIFA. It always happens. I'm playing Spurs in the final of the FA Cup on the 23rd of May. Look at the game on the 24th. That just wouldn't happen. You wouldn't play on the Saturday and then the Sunday. It's ridiculous. But there is a plus side to it. We're putting out right now one of the strongest squads we possibly can against Spurs, which means we're going to have to play a rotated team against Fulham when we play them in the Premier League, which means the squad we're putting out against Spurs will have a whole week's rest before we play the final in the Champions League against Manchester United. Now, a 1-1 draw probably won't have knocked the confidence of Manchester United, so we have to hope in their next Premier League game that the opposition that they play can do something, whether it's a draw or even possibly beat them, to then knock their confidence for the final of the Champions League. But it's going to be massive, and it is getting a little bit sad to me now because I'm realising how close we are to the end of the Liverpool Career Mode Season 2. Obviously, we're going to be playing Spurs up next, and then episode 70, the next episode, we'll be going over the fan objectives. I'll be letting you guys know what's been won, what hasn't won, what fan objectives we got a tick for, what fan objectives we got an X for. And then we'll be playing Fulham and United for the final games in Season 2, which is just bonkers. And then, as I say, in the next day or two, I'm going to be playing the final episode of the Ajax Road to Glory, and I'll be recording the game or the episode where we play Fulham and United in the next day or two. So both series coming to the end of their seasons, and one of them will be cancelled by you guys, but only time will tell. But this is the lineup we are putting out against Spurs in the FA Cup final. We've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, the Ox linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield role, Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with of course Alisson between the sticks. Van Dijk will be the captain as usual for the starting 11. He will be the one to lift the trophy. Unfortunately, Bobby Firmino and Salah are not fully fit, but the options I have there is I can bring Junior or Shaqiri on at that right wing, and for Bobby we can bring Talisca on. But realistically, it's against Spurs. Even though they're not fully fit, they're probably a lot better than some of the players that can play in their position right now. So I'd rather be playing them 80% fit than the others, because we can always look to take them off in the second half if we are leading, and then we can look at changing it up. If we're still at 0-0 or drawing, we can look at bringing fresh legs up on top, and then hopefully they can get in behind the Spurs defenders. But let's get into this game against Spurs. We're at the Wembley Stadium, and in 90 minutes time we could potentially be lifting the FA Cup. It's Dyer coming forward. Now let's get across Fabinho. Get hold of him, son. That's it. Nicely done, Salah. Straight up now to Bobby. Bobby flicks one over the top now, looking for Sadio Mane in behind. It's Sadio Mane onto his left, onto his right. Volleys it. And it's took a deflection, unfortunately. The Ox up, let's go into Mo Salah. Beautiful flick on. Over to Bobby now. Bobby waiting now. Ball through to Naby Keita, who's going to let one fly. It's in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Liverpool. What a goal from Naby Keita. Well, I thought that was going wide. Lo and behold, Naby Keita smashes that, and it just shows against Manchester United we suffered a little bit. But already after just 9 minutes, the usual strong squad that we put out against the big teams have already capitalised and put us 1-0 up thanks to Naby Keita. Look at that, outside the boot, bending away from the defender, bending away from Hugo Lloris, but bending in to the back of the net. 1-0 Liverpool after just 10 minutes. Play it back for Fabinho. Naby Keita. Bobby Firmino takes a touch, looks to bend one. Oh, it's just wide a goal. Out of the reach of Hugo Lloris, but sadly, wide a goal. We like Bobby Firmino getting into those positions and bending them, looking for that bottom right corner. Win the header Van Dijk. Nicely done. Here's the Ox. Up to Bobby. Going back around now, looking for the Oxen as we play it through. The ball ends up at Eriksen's feet. The referee's playing for half time at the Wembley Stadium. It's 1-0 Liverpool. We're playing very, very well right now. And I think this is where we look to capitalise. You see, Spurs have had a lot of possession. And that makes me think that their defenders are going to be very, very tired. And this is where I come out with the game plan of taking Mohamed Salah off, who isn't the quickest, who's looking about 60% fit. And we bring on Shaqiri to get in behind. I'm also going to look to bring Junior on for Mane later on. In fact, can Junior play at striker? He can't. Can Shaqiri play at striker? He can't. Can Mane? No. See, I think what I'm going to do is going to be a risk. I'm going to bring Correa on right now for Bobby Firmino. Correa has a lot, and I mean a lot, of speed when it comes up next to Talisca, and I think speed up top with Shaqiri and Correa is exactly what we need right now to get in behind the Spurs defenders. It's not happening right now. We've only done it once. But let's see if these two changes can make the difference and put us 2-0 up against Spurs, as Spurs do kick us off in this second half period. Julian Brandt, let's keep going. Naby Keita straight up now and play that through now to Shaqiri. Cutting it back, Shaqiri. Little bit of a whip ball in towards the back post for Mane. It's cleared away. Let's chase that down, Trent. And let's give it into the Ox. Takes a touch. The Ox looks to put his laces through it in the back of the net. And it's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to double our lead and put us 2-0 up against Spurs. It seems that our goals are going to come from making ourselves a little bit of space on the edge of the box. We've had one from Naby Keita and now one from the Ox. Look at that. The Ox takes a touch, lines it up nicely on that right foot, puts his laces through it, beats Hugo Lloris between the sticks, and it's in the top left corner. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with a beautiful, powerful shot there, and it does end up in the back of the net. And surely now Spurs are going to struggle to pull this back. Let's go, Correa. Let's play it down to Mane. I'm going to look for a first ball into Fabinho coming in towards the back post. Correa's going to get there. Marquinhos is going to head it out only as far as Mane. Mane whipping another ball in now. Looking for Naby Keita on the overhead kick. But this time Hugo Lloris was eyeing that one and watched it and caused it as Naby Keita pulls off the acrobatic. A bit of skill there from Harry Kane into Julian Brandt. Laying it off now to Julian Draxler. Don't let him get a shot off, lads. Don't let it happen. Ball into Eriksen. He's going to look at putting a bullet through it. Virgil van Dijk clears after it. Rockets at the post. Alisson was beaten. Correa. Round the corner now to Naby Keita. Laying it off now to Shaqiri, who beats the keeper. Shaqiri tries to get a shot off. It's off the post, and what is going on? As George lets that one just roll past the keeper. And it's going to be a foul as well. Free kick for Spurs when we face off against Manchester United in the Champions League final. Is the Ox. Naby Keita laying it through now to Fabinho. Going through now to Angel Correa, who's in behind. Angel Correa! Beautiful, it's 3-0 and it's game over. It is game over. Pochettino, you may as well leave now, son, with 8 minutes to go. Angel Correa puts us 3-0 up. No slacking. And what a beautiful ball there from Fabinho. Look at that beautiful way to get in behind Sanchez. Correa run onto it and slots it past Hugo Lloris. 3-0, it's game over, and ladies and gentlemen, it's not time to celebrate just yet, but I do believe we have won the FA Cup, our second piece of silverware in Season 2. Ball into the middle, Eric Dyer, Eriksen, over now to Lamela, back to Eriksen, it's wide a goal, and that is surely game over for Spurs. There's no way in a minute they're pulling this back, so I'm going to look at just smashing this one out with Alisson, and see if we can get Sadio Mane on the header, but it goes out for the Spurs throw it anyway, and surely as they throw this ball back into play, the referee is going to blow for full time. And there we go, the referee blows for full time. We've won the FA Cup by beating Spurs 3-0. Correa, the Ox, and Naby Keita.
Yeah, absolute joy amongst those players.
What a win. What a win as Correa raises his hands in the air as he was the one to secure us the third goal and put all doubt to bed and pretty much kill off Spurs' hopes of pulling this back. Ole, ole, ole. Champione, champione. And it is going to be the big man, the future captain of Liverpool, the captain in this career mode for Season 2, Virgil van Dijk, who will lift the FA Cup.
The FA Cup, Alan, you've done it.
Yeah, it's a magnificent feeling.
What a result, a clean sheet. You know, we're coming off the back end of a 1-1 draw against United. Here we go. Oh, hey! FA Cup winners Liverpool, our second piece of silverware this season, and potentially in the next episode we may well have our third piece of silverware if we beat Manchester United in the final of the Champions League. But right now we have to celebrate as Virgil van Dijk lifts the trophy above his head. We're going to go over to the corner now to celebrate with the travelling fans. This is what the fans want. As a manager and the players, this is what they want to be given the fans. Silverware after silverware. Winning after winning. And celebrations. Way after celebrations. And that is what we have definitely given the fans this season. We may not have won the Carabao Cup, we may not have won pre-season, but the FA Cup, the Premier League, and potentially the Champions League trophy. Liverpool crowned Emirates FA Cup champions. That is what we came here to do today. When we travelled to Wembley, we knew we had a plan. We knew what we had to do for the fans, the players, the manager, and of course you guys at home. And that is exactly what we've done. We came here to beat Spurs, and we've beat them 3-0. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the stats show that we were all over them. 11 shots, 7 of them being on target. Spurs only having 4 shots, 2 on target. We kept them at arm's length. We scored goals. Naby Keita picks up man of the match with a 9.4 rating. We've travelled to Wembley. We're bringing the FA Cup back to Liverpool City. We've done it. We have just won the FA Cup. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. I cannot believe we are now teed up, ready for the game against Fulham. And then a week later we'll be playing Manchester United in the final of the Champions League. And then Season 2 is done. Season 2 is over. Finito. Finished. Luckily enough for us, Harry Kane hasn't scored in today's episode and still finds himself on 19. Bobby Firmino still 2 goals clear. But I'm pretty sure as we move over to have a look at the squad, Bobby Firmino is not looking the fittest. And I could do with him scoring a goal or 2, considering the last game in the next episode is against Fulham. And it'd be nice if he could score a goal or 2, because I'm sure Harry Kane won't be scoring for Spurs. And even if he does, he will need to score. If we score 1, he'll need to score 2, or he needs to score 3, to match Bobby Firmino. I need to score 4 to beat him, but that is only if Bobby Firmino scores. I'm just going to have a little look. Who are Spurs playing? Spurs are against United, so there's a good chance United may well keep Spurs at arm's length and stop Harry Kane from scoring. But realistically, it'd be nice if Spurs could beat United. Right now, United are on 70 points. If Spurs beat United, actually, no, there's no way. Manchester United are guaranteed to get a top 4 position. Even if City win, yes, City would go up to 71 and knock United down to 4th, but Chelsea can't catch them. So Liverpool, Arsenal, United and City will be the teams getting Champions League next season. And as for Europa football, it's going to be Chelsea and Spurs. Wolves done very well. Everton didn't do too bad either. 51 points for Everton. Wolves done well on 64. Stoke done well on 48. Wow, and who is going to get relegated? Bournemouth could still potentially stay up, but Leeds United are definitely going down. Aston Villa are definitely going back down. So who was the other newly promoted team? It was Stoke. So Stoke have done very well to stay up, but the other 2 teams, Aston Villa and Leeds, are going down. Bournemouth or Watford or Brighton will be the other team, or West Ham, will be the other teams going down. And maybe in Season 2 we can look at going in for Aston Villa, Leeds or Bournemouth players, or Watford or Brighton players if they do go down. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. It's the second to last episode in Season 2. Liverpool celebrate winning the Emirates FA Cup. We've got Mo Salah and myself sat either side of the trophy. It's been an incredible season, and it does sadden me to think that the next episode in both the Ajax Road to Glory and the Liverpool Career Mode will be the last episode of the season, and unfortunately the last episode of one of the series. But I am going to have to leave it there, guys, and that is going to do it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.